No one can beat me. Best player in the world. Tootsie!
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I know. I'm trying to get good at the game before the episode, you know?
If you want to get good at Street Fighter, you can't be mashing all the buttons.
What? Why not?
Just imagine how that would look in a game like Counter-Strike. Or a game like Tetris. Or Mario Kart.
You see how stupid this looks?
So why are you doing it in Street Fighter?
So what am I supposed to do then? Honestly, Oscar-worthy performance.
Thank you.
That was really fun to record, by the
I
way.
think we all three had that.
Yeah, we did.
Amazing
Thank you
acting
so
in
much
that,
for that.
you know.
So, I mean, obviously, going back to that, the button mashing, that's where I guess everyone starts. Did you guys start doing that as well? Or were you just instantly good at it?
So I think like the reason why a lot of people drop a game like Street Fighter is because when they test it or play it,
Yeah.
they do this
Of
as
course.
you showcase.
Yeah, that wasn't
And
a
then-
joke. I do that. Yeah.
And then they'll be like, but they won't have fun. So it will be like
True.
10, 15, 20 minutes and then they'll put it away. So it's kind of unfair to say, yeah, I played Street Fighter, but I didn't like it because it's the first learning curve is so high that you might not
Okay.
realize that you aren't experiencing the game yet, because it's a hard place to like intuitively understand.
Yeah.
And I think that if more people could realize that and just on a very basic level still try to just play the game more like they would in CS, where they try to play the game the way the game is, but just as beginners, then a lot more people would realize that this game I really like, this game I enjoy a lot.
Gonna be a bow. 5,050%.
Good lord. All right, not too bad. Still in there, but in the corner.
Yeah, he'll do
Finds
that.
himself out just to keep the pressure on. He gets away with another jump in.
Sven, did you start off like that, or was it instantly just no? I see what's going on. Was it looking up what's a block button?
The first fighting game I ever played was Tekken 3 when I was 3 years old. So I can tell you when I was 3 years old, I was definitely
I
bottom
hope
mashing.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, that was I can tell that for sure. But but like, you know, when I played when I was older, like not even that old, like maybe 10, I wasn't button mashing if I was playing Tekken, for
You
example.
had the
or-
combinations. You
yeah,
had
I
it
went through
all.
the command list
just learned
and learned the moves, right? And then I started from there. Like then I learned all the moves, and I started like, okay, how to then play, and then I just started like, okay, let me just try to do the moves in
Yeah.
matches, and then see what happens. And then there's like a trial and error thing, and then that's kind of the way I did it back then. It was like not a lot of like, you know, no. In the beginning, it was no like people teaching me the game or anything. It was just like
Trial and
me
error.
Trial and error
Yeah.
through the game.
I
I think
think
it's
that's
the kill
it.
here, yes. That should be it.
That's
Then
everything.
Then Walker. What a comeback. 20 apiece.
Yeah.
For me though, which is very fitting for this question, is that because when I first bought Street Fighter 4, played it a couple of times, and just like the 10-15 minutes examples I spoke of, I just put it away.
So that
for
was
half a
you.
year.
That was you
Yeah,
button
that was
mashing
me
and going,
too.
I don't like this.
I was like, what is this? That's what I was thinking. This is not fun. But then 6 months later, we were at a cabin, me and my friend, and it was raining. So and we had the Xbox back then, the Xbox 360, and we were playing and we only had Street Fighter 4, which was a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
So he played Sagat and I played Zangief.
Yeah, those
And-
guys. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I started slowly to like, oh, you can actually do this, and he would grab. Oh, this
okay.
goes through fireballs. He can't stop that. And I figured out, oh, you can actually make like this really, which I thought were cheap tactics.
So for you,
that
it kind
was-
of
yeah.
clicked almost. Like, oh, I can do this.
Yeah, I mean, it was on a very low level, but I understood that, wow, we're actually countering each other all the time, which is the fun part. We're all the time countering each other and trying to figure out what the other person wants to do. So I wasn't learning the motion moves or most character first. I learned just the one character that I felt was the cheapest at that time.
Okay. Okay.
And then I took it from there and then started to learn how to do Hadouken, Shoryuken, as I started to get really addicted to the game.